Banana 101.5.
Yeah, hi. This is William DuVall.
William, how you doing, man?
Fine, thanks.
You know, I think we've had a couple interviews on the books before, and they fell through or got shifted to other members of the band. So it's great to finally have you on the line, man.
Fantastic. Thanks. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, big fan of your work, and you got a lot of irons in the fire right now. You're doing stuff with Alice in Chains. You got Giraffe Tongue Orchestra. But first, I want to talk about what you're doing in Michigan today. I heard you guys are opening for some new band or something like that.
Yeah, those kids have potential. It's a band called GN'R out of Los Angeles, and they're pretty good, man. You might want to watch them.
So you know a few of the guys from previous tours, Duff and Slash,
Yeah.
obviously. Have you had a chance to meet the rest of the band?
You know, I've met Richard Fortis, who is playing, who was playing dual guitar with Slash in the band, and I have met the drummer. I'm sure I've said hello to Dizzy. I have not met with W. Axl Rose as yet, so perhaps that will happen over the next few days.
That was going to be my first question. It was if you had met Axl yet, because I know he's not known for being the most outgoing, like, hey, meet me kind of guy, you know?
Right, and neither am I, honestly. I mean, so it's, you know, I understand completely the desire or even the need to keep to oneself, particularly on the road when, you know, you're a vocalist and you're faced with so many challenges and your instrument is literally your own body and all of that. I totally understand, but nevertheless, I hope it happens, you know, at least say hello.
Yeah.
You know, I admire the guy.
He's definitely done some legendary work, so it's one of those things, like, you can't be on the tour with him and not, like, at least meet him, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it'll happen.
Now, is it a little bit weird that you guys are opening for a band? Because usually you guys, you know, headline a tour or you're on a festival. Is this the first time Alice in Chains has opened for somebody since you've been with them?
You know, there have been a few festivals over the years, you know, where we might be just under top of the bill or something like that. And so, you know, the actual circumstance of playing in a really large venue like a stadium, you know, with other acts and not necessarily getting top of the bill is not completely foreign. But yeah, I'm hard pressed to think of a situation where it's a two-band bill, and you know we're in the opening slot and we're playing stadiums. I mean, there are not many bands who can command that kind of draw. Yeah, and you know, rock bands especially. So this is, I think, pretty unique in that regard. I mean, it's you know, they call it the not in this lifetime tour for a reason, because no one, including them, thought it would ever happen. And so, you know, now that it has, it's one of those rare rock tours, you know, that's up there with, like, you know, U2 or the Stones or something. You know, it's kind of rare air for a rock band to be in stadiums. So it's great. We're honored to be a part of it, really.
So after this tour, what's next for Alice in Chains? Is it time for a break? I mean, you're nearing kind of like the back end of the album cycle. Is it a get back in the studio kind of thing? Like, what's next for AIC?
Yeah, this kind of strikes me as more of like an interim kind of rev the engine tour. You know, we do those every so often where it's not necessarily part of an album cycle, but we just like to get out there on the road and play. And especially when, you know, unique opportunities like this one with GN'R arise, you got to do that. And so, but in this case, this summer we were going to do our own tour anyhow, so we'll be going straight from the Guns N' Roses tour right into our own headlining tour. And that tour will actually be divided into two parts, one being sort of a summer leg and then another being more of a you know, autumn leg. So, and then after that, I suppose we'll talk about what it's time to do next. You know, I mean, maybe that might you know, entail new music or, you know, some sort of pre-production or something. That's historically kind of how it's gone over the last 10 years. So we'll just have to see.
Banana 101.5.